How do you nymph fish for rainbow trout? Imagine slipping a tiny underwater insect imitation into a clear stream and watching a rainbow trout gently take it. That's the art of nymph fishing for rainbow trout, especially during spring when they feed heavily on underwater insects. To do this well, you need the right gear and a good understanding of their habits. Start with a long, light leader about 9 feet long, using 4 or 5 times tippet to keep your presentation delicate. Attach weighted nymphs like pheasant tail or stonefly imitations, often with tungsten or brass beads to help them sink fast to the feeding zone near the bottom. You can fish 1 or 2 flies on a dropper rig, with a heavier fly on the bottom and a smaller one about 18 to 24 inches above it. There are a few popular techniques to try. First is dead drift nymphing, where you cast upstream and let your nymph drift naturally with the current. Keep your line tight or use a strike indicator to notice subtle bites. Position yourself slightly below or to the side of the trout to control the drift and avoid drag, which can scare fish away. Second is swing nymphing, where you cast across and slightly upstream, then raise your rod tip as the nymph sinks and swing it downstream at the same speed as the current. This mimics emerging insects and can trigger strikes when you feel resistance. Third, you can actively strip the line to make larger nymphs swim across the current, mimicking natural insect movement. This method works well in larger streams and riffles, where stoneflies and hellgrammites are common prey for rainbow trout. Detecting bites is all about watching your strike indicator closely or feeling for tiny line movements. Trout often pick up nymphs gently, so quick reactions and a light flick of your wrist to set the hook are key. Because trout tend to feed near the bottom, adjusting your indicator depth is important. Use knots or screw on indicators to set the right depth, ensuring your fly stays in the strike zone. When fishing shallow water, opt for unweighted or lighter nymphs to keep the drift natural and avoid spooking fish. Changing bead colors to match local insect hatches can also help, especially during spring when insect activity ramps up. Spring is a prime time for nymph fishing because rainbow trout focus on subsurface insects near riffles, gravel bars, and seams where hatches begin. Using these nymphing techniques during spring can boost your chances of success by matching their natural feeding habits. Remember, the key is to present your fly naturally, keep it at the right depth, and react quickly to bites. With patience and practice, nymph fishing can become one of your most effective strategies for catching rainbow trout during the spring season.